Yo guys, I don't know what happened, but it just caught. I can't even see the thing. I think it's automatically closed. Maybe it should be there. It's gonna get stop loss will probably get hit. But let's see. It's better you watch it get hit. Yes, that's better. Right, so mind you, right, you see how price went down, right? And then reacted off this level. That would to me would have been an indication to close the trade immediately. So I would have gone on the 5 minute, I would have watched price, see how it went here, reacted to this and then closed above. Then this candle, right? It did not reject this quickly and then go down, but instead it came, it used this level as support. This level is a daily level, right? So the upper part of the daily volume imbalance. It used this as support and then closed up. I would have immediately closed the trade in normal circumstances. But we are gonna watch it play out and watch the stop loss get hit or not. Okay. So look at this. Price took this high as well. So price took two highs already. Took this high, these double highs, took this high, and then took these highs as well. And the price took about three highs. And my stop loss is above this high. Okay, let's watch price. So this candle, right? If price does intend to carry on going down, this candle should close below 50% of this candle this week. What I'm saying is, watch. Let me show you. So you see this week, right? Right. Let me show you. There's so much here. Right. So you see this week, right? It's 50% of the week. If price was gonna carry on going down, this candle here would have rejected after taking that high, then closed below or on the 50%. So once it closes on the 50%, it will retrace, then use this top as a rejection, and then move on lower. Once it goes lower, it will come and then reject this level, which will be the daily upper volume imbalance, then price will come and target this. That's how it would play out. But like I've told you, price is very lethargic. Look how price has been moving like this. How would you really want to trade in environments like this? Let's be honest. Would you really want to trade in an environment like this? It's just depressing, strenuous, right? In an environment like this, I would prefer to go on the 1 minute and then murder the charts. Like on the 1 minute, oh. I would have murdered these charts. Like, oh, see this? All right, fine. This one's coming down. Okay, there's a high here. There's another high there. Okay, this should hold. Pa 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 pa. It's going down. Goes down there. Pa 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 pa. But we are not going to go on the 1 minute. We're gonna remain on the 5 minute for now, right? So you can see where the stop loss is, right? It's just above the 50% of this level, this CB. Let me show you. You see, it's just above the 50%, not on top, just above the 50% of the CB. So I would want price to touch just the middle, then poof, reject. Of course, it will not happen. It may not happen. It may happen. I told you this trade is, and this one is a 15-minute level. I told you guys, you can delete it. It's not really okay. Let's first check the 15-minute how it looks like. You can see this candle. It came. You can see this is a 15-minute CB as well. We wanted it to remain partially open. But look, price came, respected this one. The one that was supposed to disrespect. Look at this candle. This, you see how this candle disrespected this? I would have closed this trade. I'm holding it so you guys can see. Disrespected the CB and came wicked above this and then closed above 50% of this week. You guys are probably like, bro, why are you telling us about weeks? We don't care about those weeks. You'll care very soon. So let's delete this. We won't need that. Let's delete this. I just wanted to show you before I actually delete it. You can see this is a 5 minute and a 15 minute zone. So that's wonderful. Let's see. Okay, so you see how price. See this candle, right? This candle should not even go above this. It should just come close. Now I'm allowing you to close at the 25 range. 25 here. The next candle comes, touches at the top of this candle, and carries on going down. Close below the 50 range. And then come for this. That's what I'm looking at. I don't want price to leave a fair value gap here. That's what's going through my head right now. I'm actually experiencing all my thought process, what I'm thinking as I'm looking at price. Look at right now the 250, right? The 250 to 310 macro. Macro is spraying out, right? So one price, to, like I said, not to even go above this. I want price to come close below 2.5% of this. The next candle to go up, touch maximum this candle high. See this candle high. Sorry guys, this candle high. Then move, carry on going down until it reaches this target. Look at this, right? More reason to believe price to come lower. So let's just wait. Let's see. I don't want the price to form a fair value gap here at all, right? Like I mentioned, I don't want price to go above that level, the one I marked, 769.4. I don't want price to go above that. Right, let's see this, right? Want to see something. I'm always trying things, me. Want to try something. Right, let's see this. Okay. Okay. I wanna try something. I wanna do like a projection. Okay. Why am I going the wrong direction? Okay. Let's see. 2.5. Chai. 2.5 is very far. Okay. The 1.618 is there. Okay. So let's see how price reacts to that level. Right? 2.5 is a little far. Let's see how price reacts to that level, that 1.618 level. Right, let's take this one out. Right, so let's see. And it's just above this high. Like I mentioned, I don't want price to touch to go above that consequence encroachment, that middle zone, right? So let me mark this as the 5 minute CB. I'm gonna get another letter for y'all guys, just for only streaming. I'm not gonna move my stop loss, guys. Don't worry. I'm not gonna move my stop loss. Okay, so you see this candle did not do what I wanted it to do. So we're just gonna wait. When I look at the next candle, we're gonna give it a probation period. So I want the next candle to do what I wanted this candle to do. See this candle, I didn't want it to form a fair value gap. So the next candle, it's a must. I want it to break this fair value gap, or else I will get stopped out. If not by this candle, then the next candle. If it does not break this fair value gap and close below this line, boom, I told you. See, that's why I wanted this candle to actually close below this and below the 25% of this week. So let's watch now. We're just gonna watch, right? You can see we still look at the 1.618 level. right? So right now it's mhm. So we've reached the 15 range. Yes. So now price is moving to its next phase. We're looking at that. I'm still looking at that level, right? I'm still looking at price to go down. 310. 250 micro to 310 is still playing out. Right? Never hold tight on a price, right? So right now price is showing me bullishness, right? And according to probability, the highest probability would be price to take out this high, right? But what I'm trying to teach you guys is how to hold on to a single bias. Because how do I know the highest probability would be for price to take this, right? Because of the range, right? So this probability is based on this time frame. That's what I mean. The highest probability would price to take that. 7 range to 5 range, right? Let's put a magnet there. Right? Let's put that there. Okay. So you can see the 0.75 range, right? Look at the 0.25 range. You can see when price broke past a left of favor gap. That also happens when price breaks the 0.75 range. Because this is a dealing range right now. Why am I saying that's the dealing range? Okay, let me explain. The price took this liquidity and price took this. Is it this? No. Price took this liquidity. So price took liquidity in two areas. So this is the dealing range for the moment. From here to here. The highest probability would be for price to take this high. We're teaching you all how to stay on one bias. This level is no more needed. Deleted. Alright, so the highest probability will be price to take this. But I'm not gonna change my thing and start buying now. No. Just be patient. Okay, so you see this level, right? Price respected this level. It went up. So this account, right? This is the same account we're gonna use. I'm not gonna change anything. You can see the equity is now 984 rand, right? Let's go through history. You see? And so you guys can get a taste of how I'll be charged. Real life trading. So $3 for entry. That's what 6. Then you lose $9.40. So that's how you end up with $15.40. So you get charged $3 for entry and you get charged $3 for access. hmm Even if you set a limit order, you will get charged. I will get charged $3. Just so you guys know. That's the real life of trading. So you see how price is coming towards the 7.5 range, right? When price closes, you see this range. I'm teaching you all, like what I'm teaching you all happens for all of the ranges. This will be the speed range. Or should I say the speed zone? You want speed in the zone. You don't want price to be lagging too much around the zone. The 7.5 and to the final target. You want speed in the zone. You don't want price to be lagging too much. Right? And around here, right, the 0.75 or fair value gap will form on the 1 minute. And before price takes this high, usually a fair value gap will form. Let's go to NQ. Okay, NQ is almost there already. Yes, 30 is also almost there. Look, okay. So watch. I told you guys that our 1 minute fair value gap will usually form around the 7.5 range, right? I'll show you. Mind you, you guys saw I didn't even go on the 1 minute. Last hour. This is the last hour. See, I told you when it. I told you a long time that when it comes here, it's gonna leave a breakaway gap. Look at that, it gapped. I just know these things. Why did I tell you? Fair value gap. Volume imbalance. I feel like I'm a ninja. Ooh. I told you this is the speed zone. Let's down to 5 minutes. I don't wanna brag too much. So we look at this high, right? And so you test the highest probability high. Alright, that was evident when this failed to close below the 0.5 range. Let me show that again to you so you guys know what I'm talking about. See this 0.5 range. When this candle came and failed to close below the 0.5 range, but closed above the 50. So it's the first indication the price wanted to take this high. Second indication was price touched a daily high volume imbalance. Third indication was price left a breakaway gap. I'm only telling you all this now so you guys can keep it in your mind. Because if I told you all during the thing, you'll be like, oh, then take the buy, take the buy. No, patience. We're learning how to remain with one bias at a time. This is a bag. B for break, A for away, and G for cap. That's how I came up with the name bag. If you guys hear me saying bag, you'll understand what I mean. Look at this high. Before it touches high, you'll get a fair value gap. Usually you get a fair value gap that can allow you to take a trade to that high on the 1 minute. Like this fair value gap should hold. Like this one, right? Yes. Should hold. So you can literally take a buy here. Pa. Pa 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 pa. But the okay, only if you take it, yeah, then you can have a good risk reward. Pa triggered. So that would have been a buy. Boing. So I took the buy. Bam. I didn't trigger it. We're learning to take one trade at a time. Boing. Now we're looking at this high. This is the 1 minute. The 1 minute targeting a 5 minute high. Boing. Mind you, this is a 250 to 310 macro. Don't be deceived, guys. It will go to that high. They're always trying to deceive you. Let me just show you. It will go to that high. But you must learn to take one trade at a day at a time. Meaning take only a trade a day. Don't over trade. That's $4. Not really a lot, but yeah, it's not even worth it. So before you take a trade, another thing I have to make mention is you must think, oh, is this trade really beneficial? Because look at this trade, right? Yes, it's high probability it will likely go there. But look, you're only making $4. Is it really worth it? Because your commission will be what? $3, $3. So they're gonna charge you $6, right? They're gonna charge you $6 just for entering this trade. So are you really making money? Think about it. There's probably a 5 minute one. Yeah. So you're really making money. Think about it that way. Are you really making money? Cause now I took two, right? Watch. This was the first one I took. No, actually this was for the close trade, the loss. Then this was for the first one I took. Then this was for the second one I took, the 3 units. I took 1 unit and then I took 3 units at once. So they will charge me another $6 for closing all the trades. So think about it, is it worth it? So from this $22 minus $6, right? Is it worth it? Really? Think about your stop loss too. Where your stop loss will go. I want you to go a little bit deeper. Okay, that's not gonna happen. Let's keep that. Yeah, the $7. This is the speed zone. Like I told one of my friends that I'll teach you the easiest trade you could ever take in your life. This is the easiest trade you could take in your life. Your whole career, you can only take this trade. If you decide I'm only going to take one type of trade, you can only take this type of trade. It's the easiest. There's a high, there's a fair value gap. Take from the fair value gap, target that high, finish. High probability. High probability. Let's assume there's a low, right? Alright. I'm looking for a scenario. Okay, price has been going up for a very long time, so it's gonna be hard to find a scenario for the low. But when it does present itself, I will show you. This is the highest okay, not the highest, but the easiest high probability trade you could take. Literally, there's a fair value gap, there's a high, bah, finish. Enter, target that high. Easy. No stress. After this, you can even go to the gym. Go to the gym, you don't worry. You know, the trade is going through. Plus, if you see this, you see like this, how this was disrespected here, and then price came, there's this, and then there's this. Oh my. I don't know what you're waiting for. I'm not saying risk everything, risk your whole bank balance on it, right? Because anything could happen. I'm not a financial advisor, but what I'm saying it's very high probability the price will go and take that high. In fact, if it goes down again, I'm gonna take another sell. I'm gonna take another buy. I mean, you see where my stop loss is? Just below the consequential corridor, the midpoint of this one. In fact, let's go on the 1 minute. I'm gonna take 4 units now. Right? Looking at this, I'm gonna take 4 units now, right? Let's add 4 units. Right, 4 units. Yeah, just so I'm risking $17 to make $42. Right? Let's move the stop loss just here. Right, to allow price some A to breathe. If it goes below here, I'll take another. I'll take. Let's make 3. Right. Come on, go below, go below, go below, go below. This is the 1 minute level. This is one of the highest probability trades you can take. I want to see it fail in my eyes. This is how far would you go? If it goes further than this, Then there's a 15-minute low, 15-minute CB. Okay, there's no 15-minute CB. Ah, we are cool. There's only a 5-minute one. Okay, we are good. Okay, we are good. This is a 1-minute one. Okay. Here's the range. This is a 1-minute level, guys. Don't forget that. We're looking above here. So above here, right? I want speed. One speed above here. One speed. One speed. No, it takes courage for you to take a loss and then take another trade. Enter another trade. Most of your guys will be shaking right now. They'll be like, hey, Bana. You just took a trade, you're taking another trade. Hey, Bana. Relax. If you know what you're doing, you relax. 369. So I'm gonna be charged $18. Right, so subtract $18 from here. So 42 minus 18. Let's minus 20. Get 22. Right, plus 2. 24. So I remain with $24. But that won't be profit. Because mind you, right? How much I currently have? I'm running $22. So to just add $22 here. Maybe it's gonna be more. Nah. I want speed above here. Easy trade. You can even take a trade ratio from here to here. That's someone's lunch money, right? From here, that's from here to here. That's someone's lunch money. Imagine. Just from here to here. That's someone's lunch money. You guys need to be serious with trading. Like I said, this is one of the easiest high probability trade. Boing, boing, boing. Plus you see this, and you see this. Oh man, let's take the trade. Why are you stressing too much? You stress too much, you worry too much. This macro is finished, right? So what's currently playing is the usually I notice I think there's a 3:40 to 4 p.m. macro. I'm not too sure. But I'm still researching on it, right? So what is currently playing right now is the 3:15 to 3:45 p.m. zone, right? So this one here is not my own. ICT is the one that gave this one, right? ICT gave that one. That's what's happening right now. So the 3:15, there's 3:15, right? And then there's 3:45, there's 3:45. Yeah. But I think there's a macro between 3:40 and 4 p.m. That's what I think. Right? Mark the chart. That's what I think. I think there's a macro between 3:40 and 4 p.m. But he gave us this time range 3:15 and 3:45. Let's just watch, right? Because I notice usually during this time is when price actually moves for like liquidity targets and all with speed. Do not give up on God, 'cause He won't give up on you. He's able. He's able. Right. So guys, there's so much I want to teach, but I prefer to make it practical, right? So that when it's happening on the chart, you can actually see it, and then I can point it out. Cause I could say, okay, this will happen, but then if it's not happening on the chart, you can't really see it happening. Right? So it just comes off as theory. But if it's happening on the chart, and I say, okay, this, I want this to happen, and then I want this to happen, and I want this to happen, and then you see it happen. When I point it out before it happens, then you'll be like, okay, it's cemented in your brain. You understand? Yeah, because I can just give you a general knowledge, but that's not gonna help you in any way, because it's just general. General remains general. People with general knowledge will always be general. 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 I don't know how should I say general. Yes. People with general knowledge will always be general. That's also funny. Okay, we're still looking up here, right? Don't panic. What's the next? What's the worst thing that could happen? The stop loss getting hit. So this is one of the highest probability trades you could take. So chill. So how long have I been doing forex for? Okay, let me just tell you about myself, right? So currently in 2025, started doing forex, but then mm, I can't say it's been 5 years. Then we finished my trade in 2021. I'm not too sure, right? It was 2021 or 2020. But somewhere in grade 12, I started looking into it. Yo, I learned so much, right? I learned so much. Yo, I learned supply and demand. I learned Quasimodo. Yo, there was a point I was even learning bats, animal shapes. I learned trend lines. Yeah, I even know how to use trend lines to trade. I learned the RSI, divergence, stochastics. I learned how to use the MACD. There was time it was actually working, right? Moving averages. I think I used three. Yeah, moving averages. Ichimoku cloud. I tried it. Hey, it was just too cloudy on my chart. I didn't like it. It was just too many colors, right? Double on ICT. Did did a lot of things. Did a lot of things. Tried a lot of things that he taught. So everything that he has there, I've tried it. Right. Commitment of traders. I looked into it. So I dabbled into so much. I literally have books of notes on what I was learning. I also learned, ascending channels, descending channels. I learned candlestick patterns, three soldier, doji. Hey, shooting star. Man, so much. I learned so much. I've come a long way, guys. And the thing with information, right? Information not put into practice is useless. I learned so much, guys, and I was just learning. Then for the first few years, I was just learning, and I was learning so much. It was as if I had a hunger for learning then more than actually implementing what I'm learning. Right. So I was pushing, learning. I learned so much. It's crazy. Now that I think about it, I learned so. I watched like the whole of ICT's library. I watched it. I learned and learned and learned. Besides ITT, I'll watch other people. Learned about market correlations. Learned inverse correlations, direct correlations. Learned USD, CHEF. Tried trading exotics. Guys, I was everywhere. I was like a prostitute. I was everywhere. So if you took the trade, right, the trade would actually be hit TP heat. I was dabbling in everything. I was trying everything, I liked the simplicity of ICT. That's where that's where it caught me. Like all this thing that I'm right that I'm putting here is for your guys so you can see. I don't need to see this and say I want speed here above here because in my mind I already have it. I want speed above here, so price can come to this level quickly. I want this to be remain open. I don't want price to fill it up. I want a gap to remain here. If price doesn't fill it up, it means price will consolidate for a very long time. Yep, price will consolidate for a very long time before it touches that level. So we have a lot of time to talk. Yeah, so I dabbled into so much, learned so much knowledge. And then there was a time I was actually implementing it, but it was like partial implementation because I didn't have time. You see, like how now I'm working, I don't have time right now, like, but I have to make time because I want to start live taping, right? Tape reading. So it was the same back then. I was just working with my dad, and I just go to work with him, then I come back, and I have no time, and it's just exhausting. Right? Let's see what he's doing. Okay, he went into the 4 hour level. Alright, so look at this high, this low. Alright, okay. I see why it's doing that. So here there's a higher high. You can see this, and this is a higher high. Right? Look here, the lower low. So this one is the weakest one, right? And this one is just pushing. It's just pushing to take this high. After I take this high, to probably fall. Yeah, because you can see this, right? It's going down. Their sisters. This one here is actually scraping through as well. I don't know where she's going. Okay, I see where she's going. That's where she's going. She wants this high. So she and her sister ES are pushing for that high. She, on the other hand, already took that high. Understand? So she's fine now. She's just moving around, waiting for the others to take their high. Then we can all start going down together. Oh yeah, so life just got I just got so busy, guys. Like there wasn't much to do. In terms of trading, because I you have the knowledge now itself for you to implement the knowledge, but you don't have time to implement the knowledge. Every time I look at my charts, why you look at your charts? Why you look at your charts? You're supposed to be looking at your charts. You're supposed to be working. Mind you, you're working. You're not even getting paid, right? That's crazy. Family business, eh? That's what. Sometimes I get paid, and the pay I'm getting, I'm like, yeah, I would have preferred to stay at home. That was back then. Right? I stopped working for him for a very long time. I was like, hey man, this amount of work and this amount of pay, I would rather have stayed at home. That was what was going through my mind back then. Yeah, I understand his point of view was like, I'm teaching him a skill, teaching him a skill. But my point of view was like, oh, I need money so I can trade my skill in. The skill that I have is forex. But his state of mind was, okay, I'm teaching him a skill for life, so I don't really need to pay him much. So different states of mind, different goals, different missions. And it is what it is. It is what it is. It's about to hit 3:30. It's almost like the halfway mark. Right? This is the halfway mark. The halfway mark between this and this, as well as between this and this. That's amazing, don't you think? How this is the halfway mark between the time zone that ICT gave as well as the time zone between 3 p.m. and 4 p.m. Yeah, amazing. Yeah, and throughout the time, that's why I can't say I've been training for 5 years. Because throughout the time, I was even spending a lot of time in charts. Sometimes I'll trade like once a month. Imagine once a month, twice, sometimes zero. Sometimes in a year, I only take like five. Imagine in a year, you only take five trades. You have an account for like 2 years. You even forget about it, but there's money inside. Yeah, that's life for you, right? So I don't want to do that again. So what I'm pushing is just to get as much content as possible out here. Right, this one is heavy down. Okay, this one is still pushing. Alright. So what I'm pushing right for is just to get as much content as I can for you guys out, out here. And YouTube is like a platform for me to remain dedicated, like to remain committed because it's no more about me. It's about me sharing my knowledge to people. And those people are you know, whilst also holding myself accountable. Because I will share what I know. What I know, I've looked at other people trade and I ask myself sometimes like why don't they mention it? Do they not know it? Or are they just hiding it? And my job, I'll reveal everything that I can't reveal in the public, right? Yes, I will reveal everything that I can reveal in the public. I have to mention that part. Because there's a certain thing that, hey, my guy, my lady, I don't think I can reveal to the public at all. Right? But you all need that information. That information is like private information, like for myself. Right? But everything I'll reveal to y'all is already way past what you need. Because mind you already told you if you just see this plus a 5 minutes, then you already know you can take this straight. Right? So I'm already giving you some really good tips. Right? Plus I told you if there's a zone, right, fair value gap and there's a high, price will actually keep that fair value gap. If it does not keep it, then there's probably a lower 5 minute one. And mind you, I was on the 1 minute. I just knew. I just told you guys because it's experience. Then we went on the 5 minute and we saw a lower one. See, that's why I told you guys you must remain on the 5 minute because the 5 minute is a safe time zone. I want the gap to form here, right? This time I want a gap to form. 5 minutes is like the safe zone. But if you don't miss a trade on a 5 minute, it's fine. If you do miss a trade on a 5 minute, it's still fine, right? Because think about it, you probably wouldn't have had a good risk to reward. I want a bag to form here. You guys know what bag means, right? Breakaway gap. I want a bag to form. So 5 minutes is like a good time zone. Take trade 5 minute, aim for 1 hour 15 minute level. You saw that I want a bag here. Let's go to the right. Yeah. Whereas the 1 minute is price is still lethargic. So it doesn't want to initiate speed as of yet. This is gonna be a very long drive. And so price is going to the 340 level, 340 time zone. Time is constant, right? Time doesn't change. The times don't change. But the time does rotate, but it doesn't change. It's constant. Numbers will always remain the same. What does change is the price. The price changes. Right, so what I just mentioned is very important. Yeah, just don't know it yet. Price. You see how I told you that I wanted a bag here, and it broke the bag. That's why it's gonna consolidate and take some time before it actually hits the target. Same thing. It didn't form a bag here, so what it's gonna do is gonna consolidate before it actually goes and hits the target. And I didn't want that. I wanted price to hit my target immediately. Let's see what's doing now. Yeah, anchor is pushing hard down. US 30 YM. She's still pushing for that high. Same thing I told you, there's a fair value gap, there's a high power target. High probability. This is one of the easiest trades you could ever take. Doesn't mean you're not gonna lose. This thing is one of the easiest trades you could ever take. Yeah, you can lose some, but it's one of the easiest trades you'll ever take. There's not much thinking or much examination. There's just a fair value gap. If there's also there a bonus, take the buy or take the sell. Target that high, the short-term high or short-term low. Enter in a fair value gap. Bah, done. See, I told you guys that price will be lethargic. Cause why? There's no news. See, I predicted this before it even happened. That's how you know certain days not to trade. The news calendar tells you. Get this day, yeah, it won't be so nice. This day, okay, it's gonna be okay. Okay. Some other days you see no news, but they're really good. Why? Because price either formed the high of the week or the low of the week already. We're still looking here. We're almost by the 3:40 to 4 p.m. time. I told you guys I think there's a macro day, man. I think I told you. Yeah, but I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure. It's my own assumption. Not ICT is my own. Let's go top. Let's go left. On speed above the. Well, that's why I wanted speed initially above here. So when price came, I wanted speed above here so it can hit this target ASAP. That's also wanted a bag so it can, you know, go hand to hand with what I wanted, which is the speed. Because when they speed, they will see a bag will come. So, anyways, just looking here. You see how she's just consolidating because she's already hit her target. See how she's she's almost there. Right, so what we want is we want her to hit the target and exceed the target, and ES also to exceed her target at the same time. You don't want ES not to reach the target, and then YM reach the target, and then NQ starts falling heavily. If that happens, then ES, which is S&P 500, will not reach there. I just gave you some really good information. Because one of them will have to form SMT. A smart money tool. And one of them will have to show that the other is doing a false move. Yeah. I honestly, it's such a boring guy. You guys are like looking right now, you're like, hey, bro, you trading conditions like this? No, I don't. Alright, so look at the time. Let's move our stop loss. You don't even want price to come near that. You don't even want price to come here again. Price must just stay here. You don't want price. Okay, so we're at the 340 now. Right? 3:40 to 4 p.m. Let's see how fast price moves. Right. This is my own, right? My own observation. I think there's a macro thing because I've seen price move really rapidly during that time. I just wanted to move. So when it's done, I can just go carry on with my product study. Right now, I'm tape reading for y'all. After this, a product study to do. I've already planned my order flow, right? So that's not a problem. I got a problem like, hey, bro, give us the other one. Already done my order flow. I already have how I'm gonna do that. Like today, I made a sale. I'm happy with the sale because there's not a lot of errors I made. The only thing that I did not say is please know that our calls are recorded for quality and monitoring purposes. Yeah, so that's the only thing I did not say. Apart from that, everything else was fine. Once I'm done here, I'll have to do product study and then I'll do keyboard practice. 15 minutes, right? 15 minutes of practicing, that would be 10. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Put a kiss here. Let's see if she's okay. She hasn't reached it. That's a good thing, right? Because she's so close to her target, she could literally touch the target, but she's consolidating. Why? Because she wants ES to reach her target as well, right? Because they could easily just spike. So depending on how ES moves above here, that would determine whether it will reach the target or not. Because here it's holding here. Let's hold here. Okay, let's put it from 340. Alright, I'm gonna put this thing here. See? Hard. It's so this is the target right here. So ES right now should also be hitting its target or going above that zone. See how it's going above? I wanted it would be nice if it closes above. Mustn't weak back down. What does ES should yes. Exactly as I said. ES should also be going up. So this candle, the next candle should hit TP. Easy. So you see with this major move, you don't want price to come anywhere near your entry again. You wanted to just spike and close the trade immediately. See, I told you guys between 3:40 and 4 p.m. The price may go a little further than this level. It's not a problem. You just take what you want to take, then you move on. You see, okay. See how price didn't close above it, right? Just spike. So this candle will be the next determining factor for ES to take this. Yes, so ES should take this with this candle, maximum the next candle, because YM already took its high. ES is the only one that hasn't taken it high. I would have advised someone to take a partial, yeah, but I'm not gonna take any partial. I'll show you guys how to hold. You see, this candle was supposed to weak and take this out immediately to close the trade, but it came back down. Why am I saying that candle? Because look at this candle, right? This candle did not close above that high. This candle did not close above that high. That's why I said this candle determines what ES does. So this candle closed. So this candle should go up. It would be better if this candle goes above here or closes above this line. ES should close on that or above that, and it should leave that part open. This part here, it shouldn't even come here, right? Should leave it open just so it can take that. Price is playing games, guys. This is what happens when you trade on days you're not supposed to be trading. You get frustrated. But look at me, I'm so calm and relaxed, right? But you would have gotten frustrated by now. Because you're like, hey bro, this thing got so close to my target, but I didn't hit my target. And you would have taken a loss. And you would have cried. And who are you gonna blame? You can't blame me. Because you're not supposed to be taking this trade. Look, first candle failed, second candle failed, third candle failed. This is the fourth candle. This one here is the deciding factor. So price usually does a three candle probation, right? Meaning price usually uses three candle to test a zone. After it has failed three times to usually reverse and move the other side. So let me give you an example, right? So you'll see here, right? This was an institutional order flow entry drill, right? We left a bag. So I'll give you an example. It should touch the target now. Yes. Target hit. Perfect, right? Anyways, so you'll see here, let me explain what I wanted to explain to you. So this is a bag. And then I will go. Right? There's no reason for me to remain here already. The sold price hit the target. I told you this was like one of the highest probability trades you could take. Shouldn't even worry too much. And he left the bag just as I told you. So you see, right? Price left this bag here. Then it took this high. You see, beautiful, right? I told you price chases the level three times and then it expands. See? One, two, three. Then I told you this candle should close above. What did it do? It closed above. Then I told you if it, remember I told you once it closes above it will exceed the target. What happened? It closed above, exceeded target. And I told you if this candle is big, then the ES candle will also be big. What happened? ES candle also big. Alright, so back to what I was explaining, right? So you see this, the price tests the level about three times. So you see this price left the bag here. It came and took out this high. Then it took this high, it came. Now with this low is important because liquidity was taken here. So this low is important. So whilst price was doing all this, I was actually looking and keeping all this in my mind. I just didn't mark it. I just left it out, right? Because I didn't want you to pay attention to it. I had other things I wanted you to pay attention to, and you paid attention to that. So now, let me teach you what I was looking at. This whole time, how was I so confident the price would still go here? I'm like, hey, gee, hey, this thing is reversing. No, sure, I'll explain. So price did left the bag here, took this high. So this low is important. I told you I expected a bag here. Price didn't give me that bag. It disrespected it. So I'm looking at this low, right? In this low, I'm looking at this bag. And in this bag, I'm looking at this fair value gap. Okay, let me mark everything for now. All this I was processing whilst I was speaking to you. You guys just did it all this. I'm processing all this information at the same time. And I'm speaking to you all about other things besides the information I'm processing. Okay, now you can see. You can see where price was inside, huh? Right. So you see, so I'm processing this bag. I still want a portion of this bag to remain open. Remember, I told you between 3:40 and 4 p.m. I expect the price to go there. Yeah. So I'm processing this fair value gap. I'm processing this bag. I want a portion to still be open, and then I'm marking this low as an important low, right? Because it left a bag and it's a swing low. So I'm marking this low. I'm looking at this low. Price comes, it tests it. It fails to close up below it. Closes above, right? I'm still looking at this. I'm like, okay. So price does not want to close below this low as of yet. It comes, it tests for a second time. It closes at the exact low. Then it tests it for a third time. It gaps down. Because look here, look between here and here. Price gaps down. So I'm looking here. My stop loss at then was still here, below here. I'm looking there. I'm like, okay, what is price gonna do now? Then it closes back up. So I'm like, okay, so price has tested this level 3 times already. So after 3 times, like I told you, right, it will reverse and go the other direction. So I was looking at the price here. I'm like, okay, the price should start going towards my target. But I also kept in mind that, okay, price may only start moving between 3:40 and 4 p.m. because price is lethargic because there's no news. Guys, I'm processing all this information whilst talking to y'all. All this information is being processed simultaneously. And then I'm like, okay. So then I see price, right? You see when price came here, I wanted it to move with speed to my zone. But I also kept in mind 3:40 to 4 p.m. Doesn't, it reaches right at the top and then starts going down. So when it's going down, I was looking at this candle, right? You see this high, you see this low. Price is in this fair value gap. This candle, right, gaps right to this level. Then it's going down. So once it's going down, I'm looking at this low, I'm looking at this bag, and I'm looking at the total range. So guys, I hope you're getting all this. I'm looking at the total range. If you don't get it, just listen to the voice video again and again and again. Listen to this video again and again. You will understand it. When you understand it, you click. So I'm looking at this low, and then price comes for a fourth time. Look, it touches right at that low. Then it closes. And when it closes, I'm keeping in mind, okay, I'm looking at the range from here to here. And the range, price closes above the 50% range of this. I'm processing all this. And I wasn't telling you. See? Price close above the 50% of the range. Let's check out these other ones. So look. So from here, there's 50%. So I look at this body. This body closed above 50%. Then I looked at this candle, right? Started, it went down. It closed right at the. It didn't even close. It touched the 50% and then it closed above this range. This bag was still untouched. It was unscathed. It only was scathed here. Closed above. Then it came. This came, right? This came. Touched this high again. I'm like, okay, so price is testing that high. Just tested it one, two, the third time now. You see now. The price is tested at high the third time, so the fourth time it should explode and leave a bag. Right? Okay. This level it's already tested it 3 times, so the fourth time it should touch and then give a significant signal that it wants to go up. Right? Did that. Came, touch, came, close at touch 50%, went back up positive, came, start ranging. Look at this one, it gapped down and it remained in the upper 50%, gapped up. So while looking here, and I told you I will expect a bag. Boom, bag formed. Kinda came, didn't scare me. Looking at time 3:40 to 4 p.m. Told you guys, 3:40 to 4 p.m. Boom, target hit. Whilst I was on this candle, that's when I moved to here and I moved here. And I'll explain to you all how this one, was the determining factor for ES to reach its target. Its price was here, right? Then I said, okay, let's watch how this one closes. It failed, and then this one failed, and then this one failed. 3 attempts. Then I looked at the 4. I said, this one here has to close. And before it even closed, on this one or this one, I told you that once it closes, it will exceed target. Right? This one, if a big candle forms here, then ES will also exceed target. What happened? This one, the fourth one closed. This one came, right? And exceeded target, allowing ES to exceed target. Beautiful, beautiful. Forex is just beautiful, guys. So let's see. We're still on a loss. Oh, we're actually up. That's impressive. That's actually very impressive, right? We're up $15. So we finished the day on a good note. Right? But don't do that, guys. Take one trade a day. Take one trade a day. The only reason I was able to do that because I knew what a high probability trade looked like. Like I knew it was a buy from here. I already told you. But I wanted just to stick to one buy at a time. Then when I saw a high probability trade that I could explain to you all and tell you all about, I took the trade. You saw me execute on the trade to show you that it is a high probability trade. You saw price going down and I still took more. So you saw me take one, and then you saw me take three, and then you saw me take four. Just to illustrate to you that it is actually a high probability trade. So I believe in what I say. So here you can see price touch the middle of the 4 hour, not the 4 hour, the weekly CB plus volume imbalance, right? When I actually go there and look it out, did it do the same here? Oh, beautiful. Touch the middle of the 4 hour CB. Wonderful, right? Here it didn't even touch the low. So it may carry on and touch the low. Okay, in 3 minutes we're closing, right? So let's just finish 3 minutes. Yeah, so I can just leave your guys. Beautiful, isn't it? Beautiful. Live. And I did it for your live. So no one can say, oh, you saw me take a loss live and you saw me recover the loss live. So no one can say, hey. No. I know what I'm doing. So be patient with me. You learning from me, right? It took me time to be this good. It wasn't overnight. It gave me time to teach you. Told you price chases the level how many times? 3 times, right? You love me already, don't you? 1, 2, third time. 1, 2, third time. 4th time. Show signal. I don't really want to go down there. Landed. Failed to close up below. I don't really want to go there. Look at this. Look at this week. Getting close below. I don't want to go there. I'll touch on the weeks later. That's like advanced, right? Because I could also touch on implied fair value gaps. I don't think I haven't seen anyone touch on implied fair value gaps before. Yeah. I've noticed implied fair value gaps are actually continuation. Right, they're for continuation, and you need a lot of things to align before you actually take that. So let's assume an institutional order flow entry to occurred, an immediate rebalance occurred, and a fair value gap was utilized. Then you can consider using an implied fair value gap for continuation. It also depends on which range you are in when you are taking that implied fair value gap. Yeah. Predicted before time the price will move between 3:40 and 4 p.m. Oh, price cannot be determined. Price cannot be predicted. Yeah, my foot. I predicted it live. Live. In front of how many people are viewing? One. Still live. Anyways, it's still live, though. Even if one person is you, it's still live. Live is live. Right, so I'm gonna leave this on here for y'all guys. Right, I think I should take a picture of this. I should take a screenshot. Got a kiss. You guys can see this is the 15 minute. Right, right. So you guys can just see everything that's going on. This is where I close the trade. Beautiful, right? Perfect close. Right at the middle of the thing. Let's close that. This is ring also anyway. What's the time? Time for me to go cook. Hey, to be honest, I don't feel like cooking. Yeah. This is a 1 minute level. Yeah, it is. Okay, so sir and madam, we probably be looking for sales tomorrow. Remember the targets I said out earlier on? Yeah, focus on them. Because price may actually come for them very soon. Very, very soon. Let's cancel that. Let's close that. This was using to show out ranges. Okay, this is one of the targets. The slow. Oh no, it's not. Let me just delete everything. I don't delete everything because I will still mark up my charts. Oh, it's definitely fine. You know what? Let me delete everything. When I mark up again. Yeah, it's like a reinforcement. I told you guys this is the speed zone. Oh. Told you this is the speed zone. Told you. Look. Let me show you something. Take this, right? Should I show them? And look at that magic. Magic. Must relax, guys. Must moya. Moya. There's so many things I wanna show, but let's just give it time. Don't get too excited. Get excited. Actually, get excited. Get excited, guys. Get excited. Let me take out the thing. It's exciting when someone gets excited, you know. 'Cause I don't really get excited with these things anymore. But only when someone is excited, that's when I get excited. So you guys must get excited. Let's go 15 minutes. Now we're just going through the time frames. So this is how 15 minutes looks like. This is how 15 minutes looks like here. And just the 4 hour thing, I'll show y'all. This is how 15 minutes look like here. Alright, this is the daily level. Let's go to the 1 hour, how the 1 hour looks like now. This is how the 1 hour looks like. This is how the 1 hour looks like. You can see this the 4 hour CD. Right? The 4 hour CD. It's also at the consequential encroachment, the middle range of the weekly CD. Right? Okay, this is how the 1 hour looks like here. Okay, see price failed here. These are the targets. Alright, let's go to the 4 hour. Alright, so this is how the 4 hour looks like. This is how the 4 hour looks like here. This is how the 4 hour looks like here. Daily doesn't really look much different. Right. Oh, shouldn't be on the daily here. Daily doesn't really look different, does it? Besides the opening, right? Opening is still here. So for our CB, what is it doing showing on the daily and the weekly? So you can see daily CB. See, not much changed here on the daily time frame because it's still opening of the week. You see the opening of the week. Still the opening of the week. No strong weed out here. Alright, so that's about it. And yeah, that's basically it. Not much more I can say or do. So yeah, guys, let's keep pushing. Let's keep grinding. I'm not gonna close this. I wanna put some things on the stove to cook, and then all right. Did I show you the balance? Right, I showed you the balance. We have $15, right? And then cook. Then after cook, put something on the stove to cook, and then product study. So whilst I'm cooking, I'll be doing product study as well as keyboard practice. Schedule that because I need to schedule keyboard practice as well as my prayer times because notice I really don't have a stable prayer life. And I was telling God, oh, once you give me a job, I'll be able to organize time for prayer. So I need to work on that. Guys, I'll see you later. Let's check. I hope you guys were listening to everything I was saying. Oh, yes, you were. Wonderful. All right, so guys, we'll see you later. Adios. Peace. Come on, end the stream now. Yes.